This conference will now be recorded.
Yes, and we will record this conference because we would like to show it also to our agents that are not able now to see the conference at that moment. So, dear partners, dear agents, let's say the warmest hello to Michael. He is the representative of Global English Center, and today he will tell us more about his school. So please, Michael, you are welcome, and your dear staff, please enjoy the webinar and ask your questions if you have them. So good luck.
Okay, thank you very much. So my name is Michael. I'm originally from Australia. So basically what we do have is a Australian-owned language school, which is situated in Malaysia. So we're in Kota Kinabalu. So this is on the other side of Malaysia. Kuala Lumpur would be a city that you're more familiar with, that would be situated over here. So we're over here in Kota Kinabalu on the other side of Malaysia. Is it working?
Sorry, we don't see you again.
Okay, but the screen is on?
Yes.
Okay,
oh, yes.
Let me turn on the web.
Everything is fine. Yes, okay. We see you and your screen, so please continue.
Okay, let me try to minimize this out of the way. Okay, so yeah, so basically it's not a big city and it's not a small city. So as I said, Singapore, as I said, Kuala Lumpur would be somewhere a little bit more familiar with. Singapore, this is over here. So Kota Kinabalu on the other side. So basically the concept of the school was that, for example, if the students have $3,000 US, maybe they could study into traditional markets such as UK, Australia, USA, Canada, or New Zealand, but they might be only able to stay maybe, let's say, 3 weeks or something like this because it's very expensive, the living costs, accommodation, and of course the language school price. So with the same budget, they can come to Malaysia and maintain the same thing. So they can have our native speaking teachers. Most of my teachers are from the UK. We do have teachers from Australia, USA, Canada, and New Zealand as well. So in total, we have 14 native speaking teachers. So I would say that's the main selling point. So again, maybe students that had a $3,000 budget, they could only stay for 3 weeks in the traditional countries. That same budget, they can stay for almost a double or triple the time, but maintain the same quality of the teachers, the same quality of the classroom, and to be in a very fun environment that's near the beach, and it's quite fun. So at the moment, most of our students come from Japan, Korea, China, our local students from Malaysia, and also we have a lot of students from the Middle East as well. So Middle East is from Saudi Arabia, Oman, Yemen, Iran, Iraq. These countries, we do have quite a few students from there. So for the school, we basically have, I would say, 4 products that are very popular between the international students. So we have our first program. This is probably the one that you would probably sell the most of. It's called International English Program. We call it IEP for short. Basically, it's the same as other schools that might call that intensive English. So they'll be here for 5 hours per day, 25 hours per week. So that is the most popular one for the international students. After that, we would move into IELTS exam preparation. So for my school, we are the IELTS testing center in outside of Malaysia. We are also the official TOEFL examination center on outside of Malaysia. The students can do an IELTS exam. There's an exam available 3 times per month. So it's readily available and it's very easy to join. So we do that. The IELTS and TOEFL classes are 6 hours per day, 30 hours per week. Other than this, we do study tours and like summer and winter camps. So we have a winter camp that's coming up very soon in December. So we have around about usually 100 to 120 students that are coming to join summer and winter camps each of those seasons. So I'll show you a little bit later presentation about that later on. So we have 5 types of accommodation for the students. We have our own student hotel, which is just opposite my school. Then we also have a hotel that we use when my hotel is full. We are the only language school in Malaysia which offers homestay. So homestay is living with a local Malaysian family. They're not native speakers, but they speak English very well. So we have about 16 families at the moment. Each family has at least one private room. Some of them have 2 or 3. So we're able to fit a few students in there. We also have a lot of apartment accommodation, which we use for family studies. So I'm not sure if this is popular for your market, but for example, in Korea and Japan, the parents will come together with the kids. They come for maybe 4 weeks or 6 weeks or 8 weeks. Sometimes parents study, sometimes parents don't. Otherwise, the kids will study the classes from morning to afternoon, and then we will send them back to the apartments and things like that. So we also, this is what the airport looks like. So we have an international airport. There's no direct flight to Russia or any of the other countries that you might represent. They would have to transfer somewhere. So that might be in Singapore, or it might be in Kuala Lumpur, the main city in Malaysia, the capital city. But there's many flights per day to come here. We've had Russian students before. They usually transit in Korea, and there's 5 direct flights from Korea every day. So that way, I think is the cheapest one and the fastest way to come here for students, let's say from coming from Russia. So my staff will go to the airport to pick up the students. They will have a signboard with the student's name on it. Also, we have a few buses like this. So we park right outside the arrival hall. So if it ever happens, it hasn't happened, but for some reason, if a student didn't see my staff, as soon as they go outside, they will obviously see the school's bus. So it'll be very easy for them to recognize us. We also have a student visa license, so we can issue student visa for international students to study in Malaysia for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or 1 year. Downstairs around the school, there's everything. So there's many restaurants, 7-Eleven, supermarket, gym, hairdressers, pharmacy, and a hospital. This is all within around about 45 seconds walking distance around the school. I'll show you a little bit later on with some Google Maps. So typically the students will study Monday to Friday. On the weekend, we will organize some kind of activities and trips for them. Scuba diving is very popular here, climbing the Mount Kinabalu Mountain, which is one of the highest mountains in Southeast Asia. Also whitewater rafting, paintball. There's a lot of activities that we can do for the students. So what I will do is I will give you a, is this showing for you, this present PowerPoint? Can you see the PowerPoint well?
Yes, Michael, everything is fine.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'll just go through this very quickly. This is something else that's very popular for us. It's winter camp, summer and winter camp. So this is upcoming for December, January, and February. So basically, the students have classes per se normal, morning to afternoon, 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. Once a week, they have a school excursion activity, whether we go to the zoo or we go to an aquarium. We will have a lesson outside of the class. Every evening, they have some activity. We might go to the water park, English movie at the cinema, bowling, indoor archery, some small activities on the Monday to Friday after class to keep the guys busy. And on the weekend, we will do big trips, going to the island, scuba diving, paragliding. There's a lot of things to do. So this is a schedule that we run for 3 months, 12 weeks. So basically, students could join anytime, and then they'll be able to participate. So this is the school. This is the ground floor where the reception is. This is classroom. This is classroom. All up here are classrooms. Over here are also classrooms. And then the reception area looks like this. Classrooms look like that. So all the classrooms are full air conditioned, full Wi-Fi, pretty comfortable. And then downstairs we have at the reception down here, we have a computer room that the students can do self-study, or the TOEFL exams are run here. At the back, we have at the back of the ground floor, we just have a simple kitchen area for the students and staff as well, so they can be there. This is the hotel that we use for the camp program. So all the students will stay here, 2 students per room. The camp program, usually the parents don't come. We can cater for the students from 6 years old all the way up to about 15, 16 usually is the camp age. And then if for the very young guys, if you're not coming with them as their guardian, we do have staff that are living at the hotel to take care of your group of students if they do not have a agent or a leader or a teacher which is coming together with them. So basically the guys will have breakfast every day at the hotel. Every night we have a restaurant that is assigned in, this is a big shopping mall. So the hotel is on top of a big shopping mall. Every night there's an assigned restaurant that has a customized menu for our students. Other than that, sometimes when we're out and about doing activities in the evening, we will just be having dinner whichever restaurant's nearby and convenient. So these are some pictures of some groups we've done before. So we have, last year we had a group of Saudi Arabian students, 80 students that came for 2 months summer camp, Japan, Korea, China, quite a lot of students during the summer camp period. So it's quite busy during July, August, September, and December, January, and February. These will be our peak times. So these are what the classes look like. So on average, the maximum amount of students in the classrooms are around about 12. We average usually around 6 to 8. So the classes are very small. This is good because students have enough speaking time with the teachers. So we, at any one point in time, we usually have around about 4 to 5 different nationalities in a class. So yeah, that's basically what it looks like. These are some activities during the summer camp. So summer and winter camp, the guys will have a t-shirt from school, which is for them participating in the summer and winter camp, and just different activities, bowling, English movies, things like this. So during the camp, we do everything. So every breakfast, every dinner, every lunch is all provided by the school. So everything's arranged. So usually the parents wouldn't come. So we'll be able to handle everything for your students, and they would join straight into the program. So basically, this is where my school is located. This is the city area. So from here to the city area, it takes just about 10 minutes. The airport, I would say, is somewhere down here, which is about 5 minutes from the city. So from the airport to my school, it just takes only 15 minutes, so very near. In Kuala Lumpur, from the airport to a school, it might take somewhere between 1 hour and a half or 1 hour and 45 minutes. So everything's very near in my city. It's not too big and it's not too small. So if you have a look over here, this is where the camp hotel is. These are the apartments that we use for the students that come together in a family. This is the best choice accommodation for them. And down all around here is a very, very big shopping mall. So the idea is that downstairs, the students have everything. And the same concept with the students at the hotel at my school, because it's just opposite my school, about 10 seconds. We have 28 rooms. Just downstairs, they have access to everything. So they don't need to rent a car or catch a bus or something like that, unless, let's say, they want to go to the city area on the weekends to do some shopping or maybe have a drink at the nightclub or something like that. So these are some more activities. Like I mentioned before in the camp, we go to the island hopping, scuba diving, horse riding, rafting, camping, paragliding. There's a lot of things to do for the camp during the camp program. So the individual students, if you send them not for camp, maybe there's come for general English or IELTS or something like this, they're more than welcome to join these activities that we have on the weekends. It's all optional. If they want to join, they just register at the reception, pay the activity fee, and they can join straight away together with the group of students that we have. So, okay, that's basically it. And then what I will do is I will show you quickly. So this is the school. Is this working for you? Can you see this movement?
Yes, I see.
Okay, so this is the school that I was telling you about. So we have classrooms here, all the way up here, and and this building, we just bought this building. So here we will have more classrooms in here and additional office space, and up here we'll have another 10 rooms for the hotel. So this is where the hotel is, just here. So if I go forward a little bit, this is 1, 2, 3 is the GEC hotel. So we have 28 rooms here, and it's just literally opposite the school. So very convenient. That would be your #1 choice for your individual students that are teenagers or young adults coming to study. That one is the most popular one. And then when that one is full, then we'll move over to the hotel that is next to the camp hotel. So that hotel has about 160 rooms available. So we never really have any problem for capacity. Students can join, let's say they arrive tonight. Today is Monday. They arrive today. They can start class on Tuesday. You don't have to wait for every Monday or something like this. So again, this is the school is here. The apartment and the shopping mall is there, and then the airport is just here. So all the way next to us, we are surrounded by ocean. So it's very beautiful, and then there is a lot of beaches and stuff like that. I have a video. I'll try to play it. I'm not sure if you can hear the audio or not, but what I can do is I'll give you the link later on. Maybe you can share this with your staff and your agents. Then you'll be able to see a lot more about the school and have some additional information. Can you let me know if the audio plays for you? If not, I'll just talk a little bit about it. So is the audio coming through for you or no?
Pardon?
Is the audio from the video coming through or not?
Yes, everything is clear.
Okay, all right. So this is the city. School is located there. This is the reception area. Students joining for a class, getting registrations done, things like this is all done here.
Michael, excuse me, please, but as I see in the video, should be a sound, but we don't hear it.
Okay, I think because it's coming through my headphone, but never mind. I will just give you the link later. Maybe you can share it with everyone. That will be easier.
Yes,
You can watch it
please
from
send me
YouTube.
the link to the video, and I will send it to my colleagues and agents, okay?
Okay, fantastic. We'll do that. So the other thing is student visa. So we can issue a student visa. It takes about 2 weeks to issue a student visa. If you have any students that want to study for longer terms, 3 months, 6 months or more, we will need you to give us a student's passport picture, scan page of their passport, every page, including front and back cover, and then we will submit for a student visa. After 2 weeks, we will get something like this. This will be a student visa approval letter. We will email this to the agent, and then the student should pick up this letter from your office with their original passport. Then they need to go to the nearest Malaysian embassy. So in Russia, it would be for Moscow, and then the other countries will help you to check, and that's it. Then they will get something that looks like this. It is a single entry stamp. So this allows them to come into Malaysia for the purpose of a student visa. So once they arrive and we pick them up, then we'll take their passport and bring it to immigration. Then we'll put in this student visa. This is under my school, Global English Center, and then students are free to study here for the duration of the visa. However, I think I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure if the students are holding a Russian passport, they can come to Malaysia for 30 days, so 4 weeks without a student visa. So if your student only wants to study for 4 weeks, then we wouldn't worry about a student visa. If they want to study more than that, then we will do that. Otherwise, an alternative is maybe they came without a visa, they study for maybe 4 weeks. Just before the 4 weeks is about to expire the time, they could fly to Singapore or Indonesia or nearby country, spend 1 or 2 days and come back in, and they'll have another fresh 30 days if they want to do it like that. So that's another alternative. So what we will go into is the price list. So basically, this is what the students will pay. They will pay a registration fee of $300 US, textbook fee of $75 US, and then airport transfer fee of $75 US. This includes airport arrival and departure service. And then if they need a student visa, you just follow this table, either 3 months or 6 months. So after that, the students would choose whichever class they want to do. So let's say if it's IP and they were to study for 4 weeks, then that would be the price for the study, and then they would choose which accommodation that they wanted to stay in, whether it be GEC hotel or a homestay, living with my teacher, self-service apartment, or Tune Hotel is the hotel that we use when my one becomes full. So basically, HB means no meals, FB means it includes meals. So meals on breakfast and dinner from Monday to Friday, and then Saturday to Sunday, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So how the commission works is agents always get this $300 registration fee plus 20% of the total amount of weeks that the students book. So obviously, the longer that they book, then the higher the commission payable amount is. Then the other thing that we will be running, as I spoke with your colleague, Miss Christina, is that we will be running a 15% discount for students that book through bookyourstudy.com. So they will get a 15% discount only on the tuition fee. And then from that discounted amount, that's how we will get the 20% for the commission as well. So I guess that's basically it for what I wanted to cover. Then if you have any questions, you can ask me and I'll try to answer it as best as I can. Okay. So that's the end of the presentation. If you have any questions, you can ask me and I'll try my best to answer them for you.
So dear Michael, it was so interesting and it was so nice to meet you. As I see, we have one question from one of our staff. I'm not sure if you already mentioned it, but could you send the requirements for our students? So have we got special requirements for our students from CIS, or it's just general requirements?
No, there's nothing to do. I mean, if you have a student that is coming to my school, we just need you to fill out the application form, which might be student's name, how many weeks they want to study, which accommodation that they want to study, and then I can pretty much say like the 95% of the time the accommodation is available. Class is always available. So we have classes from 6 years old up until we have some students that are retired, like 70 years old. They come during their winter time when it's very cold. They can spend 2 or 3 months in a very tropical climate where it's nice and warm, and then it's something to do. 2 or 3 months is you can progress through maybe 2 levels of English, so they like to do that. The one thing that we do require, especially, is before your students arrive, they have to complete an online placement test. So they can see this on my website. I'll share the screen again quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, this online placement test, the students need to complete this. So you click this link, and then it'll bring you to this page. They must put their name. So let's say their name is Amy Johnson or whatever. Here they will put your agency name. So let's say Book Your Study.
Okay.
Then at least we know it's yours. And then they might suggest, so if they're from Belarus, they will add in Belarus and put their email, or they can put your email, it doesn't matter, phone number, and then they will choose which course they want and complete this test. As they complete this test, that enables us to be able to have a class ready for your student. So let's say if they arrive tonight, we will have a class ready for them tomorrow, because we know exactly what level they are and which classes that they will go into.
Okay, let's see.
So that's the only requirement, I would say. And then there's no anything else that needs to be done unless the student needs a student visa. Then we have to process a visa first, get it approved, then the student can start to look at flights and stuff like that.
Okay, thank you, Michael. It was so understandable. Thank you very much. Yes, and of course, thank you for the webinar that you suggest, agreed to give it to our staff and agents. So I see that if it was all, I think that we can end our conversation. Of course, you can text me for any questions. I will be so glad to help you with everything. Yes, so Again, thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon, and that our partnership will be as great as before and now. Yes.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. Goodbye.
Okay, bye-bye.